On this episode of Three Black Guys with the Mic, we talk about Waka Flaka Flame saying he's the Jay-Z and Nas of his generation, Lavar Ball, sexual allegations against Roy Moore and everybody else in the world, all that and more on this episode of Three Black Guys with the Mic.
First of all, let me tell you something. Lamont is just full of
Sometimes my mama said, when you don't have nothing nice to say, you should be quiet.
People say that Stephen A. is a coon. You agree with that? Everybody got quiet on that one? Okay. Go ahead.
Rudy Giuliani practices voodoo. So he put a voodoo hex on my girl, Hillary, and that's why she got woozy. And the Secret Service had to prop her up and put her in the van.
But take us to a break, my dude.
It was voodoo, son.
I don't know about that voodoo.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is Three Black Guys with a Mic.
You know what? I got to come clean. Every once in a while, after a haircut or a close shave, I experience razor bumps. For years, I used alcohol or witch hazel or, whatever super expensive new skincare product was on the market. I even went to the doctor who gave me some stuff. None of it's worked for me. I had a hard time finding the right solution. I stopped guessing and I got Bumpcology. Bumpcology's serum doesn't employ alcohol. It doesn't employ harsh acidic astringents to screw your skin up. It's a soothing serum that will make your face feel nice. It will soothe the irritability of the razor bump in the affected area. It helps to allow the ingrown hair to come out on its own naturally. Put Bumpcology on your skin wherever you have an ingrown hair or a razor bump, and literally in days, somewhere between 1 to 3 days, you'll notice the difference. The ladies will love it. Your skin will feel soothed and relieved. Bumpcology. Bumpcology.com. BUMPCOLOGY.com. Stop guessing and get Bumpcology. Bumpcology.com.
Welcome to Three Black Guys with the Mic. Spud is here. Maynard on his birthday is here. Maynard is spending his 52nd birthday with us, ladies and gentlemen. How does it feel to be 52?
My dude, please. Don't rush it.
The pins is on the way. You starting to order them Depends yet?
Don't rush this, my dude. I'm not even AARP ready yet. I'm 46 this year.
Blue pills in the pack. Blue pills in the mail. Blue pills in the mail.
I feel like a young 26-year-old Maynard. I'm still out here. I'm still fighting. I'm still swinging.
No blue pills yet?
No, sir.
What did Eddie Murphy say in the Golden Child? Ain't nothing wrong with my yang. Before we get started, we got to talk about Thanksgiving, but there is, and I just wanted to just make sure that Lamont is not working this record. Just want to make sure that you are not helping this rapper get to the top of the charts. Lee Daniels says there's a gay rapper that's soon to chop the charts. I just want to make sure that Lamont is not working this record. Or are you working this record?
And what record was he talking about? Because I saw that same clip, bro. Like
I just wanted to make sure. He just said that there's a gay rapper that will soon top the charts. And we know that you work with rappers. I don't know if you've crossed over to the gay rapper world yet.
But here's now. See, the train just left Penn Station. I'm confused. I don't know where you going. Do we have any idea who this rapper is?
He has not said. I just want to make sure because you got the inside track on most things. So
yeah, but what people do at their cribs and their bedrooms, I don't get that kind of intel. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying that you have worked with a gay rapper before?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. This is not going to be a good podcast, bro. This is not.
Would you work with a gay rapper?
I mean, to be honest with you,
I've worked with a gay rapper before.
Can we just freshen up our Facebook page? Because those haters that
hold on, Lamont. This you first of all, Facebook, Three Black Guys family. Lamont just got absolutely ambushed. That ain't right. First of all, that ain't right. Second of all, so there's some gay rappers out here. They want to rap. There's white rappers, there's gay rappers, there's female rappers from Australia. Why can't there be a gay rapper? Frank Ocean a rapper, but ain't Frank Ocean gay? And he's accepted in the community?
I don't have anything against gay rappers. I just wanted to see.
What's so funny then?
I'm not laughing at gay rappers. I'm laughing at the fact that Lamont is not owning up to the fact that he's probably worked with a gay rapper before.
Well, no, let me say this. Let me say this.
With a gay rapper? I just want to clarify to see if he is working with the gay rapper that nobody knows that Lee Daniels is talking about.
Well, let me say this. Lee Daniels may be talking about one of our childhood heroes of hip hop who allegedly has molested boys for over 40 years, which was Africa Bambaataa.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'm pretty sure all of us on this podcast and probably a lot of listeners that listen to us, they rocked with the Soul Sonic Force. I mean, Maynard, am I off base here?
I rock with Soul Sonic Force, Planet Rock all day long.
You feel what I'm saying? And allegedly, and I'm just saying that because there have been many, many men from the Bronx that have said that Africa Bambaataa has physically assaulted them. You know what I'm saying?
But let's back up hold on. Let's not conflate those two concepts. He's talking about a gay rapper, and Africa Bambaataa has been accused of assaulting. So let's not put gay and assault necessarily in the same context.
Okay, I take that, but we weren't talking about we were just talking about the homosexual part of it, because allegedly Africa Bambaataa is homosexual, right?
Right, but he's never said that he was homosexual.
But wait. Can you have the fetish of actually being with another man and not being homosexual? I mean, Mr.
Well, I
C.
thought that was exclusive. I thought it was the same thing. Again, I'm not really
but Mr. C,
well versed in this arena.
Mr. C said he likes fellatio from young.
Jesus.
He said he wasn't gay.
Jesus.
Can we cut this out? This is too much.
Why is it too much? That's a good point. Why is your point valid and mine's not valid?
We're supposed to be talking about the pilgrims that are going to get slaughtered.
I haven't got to that yet.
In a couple of days. Can we talk about the murder that we're going to be celebrating with turkey and dressing and macaroni?
Did your mama tell you something bad about Thanksgiving?
No, I'm just saying that's the real origin of Thanksgiving. You know, we run around and we lie and say what we're thankful for when we're celebrating a mass murder. Am I wrong?
Well, I'm so confused. We talking about gay, homosexual assault, not murdering pilgrims? What are we?
I just wanted to know if the boy is working with Lee Daniels' man or not. That's all I wanted to know. It's a simple no or yes.
No.
Yes, okay, now let's talk about the people who got murdered. Maynard, what you thankful for? Because Lamont obviously ain't thankful for a damn thing.
Oh my goodness, I'm confused, but I'm thankful for. You know what? Honest talk. I'm thankful for y'all, man. This has been, as we get close to the episode 52, I'm just having a good time, and I'm glad that we together and we can do this. I'm thankful for family and friends.
That sound like a Bobby Brown move. This is my last podcast. I don't know who to start with on this one. Maynard, let's start with you. Waka Flaka said he's the Jay-Z and Nas of his generation. Is he the Jay-Z and Nas of his generation? I didn't even know he was even in a generation.
Waka who? Waka what? Waka Flaka, you the Jay-Z and the Nas of your generation. How many? Lamont, you can help me out this. How many platinum plaques he got?
To Waka's credit, he might have 2.
Oh, okay. What Jay got?
12.
Jay got a lot.
13 at this point.
But you know what? But since we're on trivia, although Jay has tons of platinum plaques of albums, Jay's first platinum single was the New York record with Alicia Keys. It took him a long time to get a #1 single, But number one albums, that's what he do all day. He got that.
Right, and you know what? That's where
I'll
the
take
beauty
the
is.
albums over
I'll
the
take the
single.
albums over singles. Yeah,
No, absolutely. That's what I'm
singles.
saying. Most people think that he had a lot of number one singles, but he doesn't. He just has great bodies of work that people just consume in mass.
Bodies of work are huge to me.
Absolutely,
Singles,
indeed.
Because again, I bring this example up all the time. Uchi Coochie La 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 was one phenomenal single for that boy MC Brains, but no, we're not going there with that. That is, anybody can come up with one single. Didn't what that boy is from Florida, the white rapper boy Vanilla Ice, he had a big single.
He's from Dallas, by the way.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah. Carrollton, Texas, to be exact.
A lot of people have big singles, and that's great, but you gotta be sustaining. And Waka, you've had a decent career. I ain't mad at him. I'm not mad at Waka Flocka Flame. Given I'm using this entire rap government name, Waka Flocka Flame. But my dude, you're not on that level.
Who got his name from the Muppets, by the way.
Right. He's not on that. He's not. I'm trying to think.
That right there, I'm sorry, Waka, doesn't even put you on the level of Jay-Z and Nas. Just
he's
because
not. Here are the people from the Jay-Z Nas generation that you still aren't even close to yet. You still aren't close to DMX. You're not on the Redman or Method Man level yet. He's just not. He might be on the Joe Buttons level.
But talk about generation though, and Lamont, you can get in on this as well, because he's talking about his generation. Now, I don't really know where do we separate the generations? That's, I guess, a bigger question. But if I ask my son, who's 25 years old, would he compare Waka Flocka Flame to Jay-Z and Nas of his generation? I'm going to still say no. I would think that he would probably say Kendrick Lamar might be, J. Cole might be. Not Waka.
Did you say Wale?
No, not Wale.
I'm asking. Okay.
Is this a record you're working, Lamont? Because you're actually kind of quiet on this subject.
I mean, to be honest with you, this kind of discussion is kind of like Donald Trump. It's just like so idiotic. It's like, dude, what are you talking about, Waka? Come on, bro. Like, you had a couple pretty big singles. Don't know if you had a full album that was out there, on the charts or in the streets like that. You know what I'm saying? He says he stopped eating meat. Maybe that's the problem. He probably needed a cheeseburger or something because his equilibrium was probably off base or something when he said something silly like that. I mean, because to me, we talk about Nas and Jay-Z. They never were out there bragging that, that they were better than Big Daddy Kane. Am I wrong, Maynard, Spud?
No.
Jay-Z never talked about how,
Now, hold on. In the early part of the game, Jay-Z came at LL. And that was his thing. He felt like if he can get a face-to-face battle with LL, and he in fact went to one of L's shows and was backstage like, yo, I'm about to go on here and spit, and I'm going to take down LL Cool J. And that was but I don't know if that was done, and I don't know, and I probably would have remembered if it was. I don't know if it was done in such a disrespectful manner of kind of dissing a generation before. I feel
that was
like
kind of the culture back then. I mean,
exactly, and
but this was if it's disrespectful or not, he came at LL direct. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't doing no.
But did you hear what you said? You said that he was backstage and he would battle in terms of rap.
He was
right?
ready. Right. He was ready. Yeah, he was ready to put it up. Like, yo, let's go head to head.
Right. So
and
as Spud just said, that was the culture. That's how you earned your stripes, and that's fine.
Exactly.
That's different than what Waka's talking about. He's just talking about, all of y'all is whack. Whatever. He's not like, okay, Jay. Let's put some bars up. You know what I'm saying? Let's go back to what the origins of what this was about. He's not coming from that space. So again, I get it. Waka, you out here on your TMZ flow with your clicks and views, but my man, it's like, why am I even talking to you? You know what I'm saying? And that's how Jay and Nas is looking at him like you're stupid. I see you later. Nas is like, I got to run back up to Harvard and go teach this class, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'll see you later, man.
He went on to say, that the older generation is the older generation's fault for not saving hip hop, because he was saying that the older generation is saying that what's now isn't hip hop, and he was saying that it's the older generation's fault for not saving hip hop and teaching the younger heads how to do business in hip hop.
You know,
exactly, man. No. Don't even try to fight it. Just give it.
Let me go. I'd say that there are lots of fingers to be pointed at why what we knew as hip hop and what is, this rap music or this hip hop music industry has become are so drastically different. And I would probably have to say more than what Waka is saying, that somewhere between the radio industry and the music industry, not the rappers, not the hip hop artists, that's where the true fault lies.
The media is the blame for hip hop?
I think that somewhere between the radio industry, and I would throw in the MTVs and BETs as well, and the record industry, they are more to blame, because we know that there are some hot fire rhymers out here that can't get on. And we know that there's some cats who are super whack that happen to get on. I mean, we seen it happen in the movie Brown Sugar, for instance. I mean, the Hip Hop Dalmatians came out in the movie, right? And what did my man Wendell Pierce said? Yo, if you want to keep it real, you can go down to Raucous, but up here we trying to keep it getting paid, and
we keep it profitable. That was what he said.
That's
exactly.
What he said. Yeah. And so we have to understand that, what I'm saying, if we're prepared to fall for the okie doke, and now we got like Korean boy bands, which, God bless them, they got their songs and they doing their thing. But they're doing R&B music, or that, I can't even begin to tell you, the boy Bruno Mars, who I am a fan of. I know Lamont don't like him, but he won in every category. He's best pop male performer, best rock performer, best R&B performer. The industry is letting that happen. It's not Jay's fault. It's not Nas's fault. It's not, Run DMC's fault.
Pete Rock said, I'm going to defend my older heads and not tell you you're not equal. Be as disrespectful as you want. You're not doing what we did, haven't accomplished what we've accomplished. Our generation didn't experiment with pills or syrup or anything synthetic. It's already written in history. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Hip Hop Hall of Fame, and museums. Where are you in any of that? And that
he's on Love and Hip Hop. He's on. Oh no! Wait! He's down with Mona Scott.
He got a spinoff. He got a spinoff now.
So what does that mean?
He got a spinoff. He got his own spinoff, man. He got his own spinoff.
Yeah, man, we got to man. Mona Scott's the devil.
Yeah, and watch this.
No.
And watch this. No, she's the devil. Yeah, she's the devil.
Not the devil. Come on, B.
Yep.
Mona Scott is the devil, and my girl Shawnee Neal is a close second.
What?
Yep. Right behind him.
What? Yep. Because of what?
This foolish ratchetness that they put on TV and call as entertainment, also as let's be honest. There are a handful of people who have come out of the Love and Hip Hop thing, and then some people who went into the Love and Hip Hop thing. But when K. Michelle emerges from Love and Hip Hop, you can say, okay, well, you know what? K. Michelle.
Did you know she used to be a stripper too?
Oh my God!
Man, did you know that she used to shake her butt for dollars for 2 minutes and 48 seconds?
What does that have to do with anything?
And at the top of every hour, she had to go up there for the finale and drop her top.
Yo, man, listen.
All tops down.
And then every other hour, she had to do the finale with all the girls trotting around the stage.
Trotting around the stage. All tops down. All tops down. Because they don't like taking their tops down if they don't get no money. That was K. Michelle.
K. Michelle, you up next.
Yep, K. Michelle up next.
Oh my God!
Coming to the stage, gentlemen, get your dollars ready.
Yeah,
K. Michelle, she's so lovely. Don't you all agree?
Right. So Spud, here's why she's the devil. Because
Wait
most
a minute, this is
goes
not
to the
supposed to
strip
be the
club to get her
episode.
talent, and she don't go to Harvard or Yale or Spelman to get no black women, but she got to go to the strip club. And if you notice, that's the basic theme. All of the women, like I forgot the other one, the other big girl that was from Memphis that knew K. Michelle, and then she went down to the A. And Rich Dollars always they got to have a meeting in the strip club. You notice that they never have a meeting in the library. You know what I'm saying?
But remember when we were working together on the artist Lamont? Where did you want to meet? In the library?
Out the library.
We had that artist. Remember back in Detroit?
Sir,
we were working together.
Listen, man, Mona Scott worked with LL Cool J. I mean, she worked with 50 Cent. I mean, she ain't the devil, B.
Spud, don't talk to me about what you were doing 5 to 10 years ago. What are you doing today?
Okay, we're going to get to that in a second.
Okay.
We're going to get to that in a second because we got to talk about Russell Simmons.
Oh, I was really, really, really hoping that we wouldn't get to this one tonight.
We got to get to Russell Simmons, B. We got to get to Russell. All right, let's go to a break. Stay right there. When we come back, we'll talk about Russell Simmons. We got to talk about Lavar Ball. We got a lot to talk about.
Yo, Spud, let me tell you a story, man. Since I started using Bumpcology, before I was just using it like after, or whenever I saw issues. But, I got a haircut and I shave every 2 days or whatever the case may be. And I just was like, let me just put it on, even though I hadn't seen any issues. So as a result of putting on the Bumpcology, like as soon as I got a haircut or before I got a haircut and before I shaved, in between shaves, as a result, I'm not even seeing the razor bumps. Like it literally is preventing it from even happening, not just helping it when it does happen, but preventing it from not even happening at all. So I can tell you, my dude, and I know you've been there, and I want everyone else who happens to have these types of issues, go to Bumpcology.com, get you a bottle of Bumpcology serum.
Welcome back to Three Black Guys with the Mic. Let's get into who actually needs to really sit down and be humble in this scenario, Lavar Ball or Donald Trump. I don't know who I need to start with on this one, both of you guys. Let's start with you, Lamont. I mean, who needs to really sit down in this situation? I mean, do I need to go back and tell the backstory, or do we know the story? Okay. All right, so here's the backstory. All right, so the backstory is, of course, Lavar Ball's son, along with 2 other UCLA basketball players, were in China. They went to the Louis store, and they stole some sunglasses. So they got arrested. No, this is Leandro Ball. Oh, his name is Jello? Oh, Jello. I didn't know that. I'm sorry. I didn't know the nickname. My bad. At any rate, so Trump went on Twitter and said, I wonder if the UCLA basketball players will thank me for getting them out of trouble. They were facing up to 10 years. Or I guess he went to, the president of China, got him over. So UCLA players get back over. They do thank him. They do thank the president. The president welcome, says thank you or welcome, whatever, you're welcome, blah, 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 blah. So then Lavar Ball says, when they ask him about Trump and this whole situation, and so he said, Lavar Ball told ESPN on Friday when asked about Trump's involvement in the matter, he says, what was he over there for? Don't tell me nothing. Everybody wants to make it seem like he helped out. Now, I guess Lavar Ball is basically saying that Trump really didn't do anything. As long as my boy's back here, I'm fine, is what he says. I'm happy for how things were handled. A lot of people like to say a lot of things that they thought would happen over there. Like I told him, they try to make a big deal out of something, nothing sometimes. I'm from LA. I've seen a lot worse things happen than a guy takes some sunglasses. My son has built up enough character that one bad decision doesn't define him. So then Trump responded and said, now that the 3 basketball players are out of China and saved them years in jail. LeVar Ball, the father of Leangelo, Jello, or Jelly or Jello, whatever which one, Jello, is unaccepting of what I did for his son, and that shoplifting is no big deal. I should have left them in jail.
Well, first of all, and just roll with me for a minute, because I'm looking for all of this tweeting that Donald's doing about these three young men. I'm trying to find these Roy Moore tweets because I can't find any. Have you seen any?
I have not seen any of those tweets.
Okay,
let's as of yet. There's some on Al Franken, but not on Roy Moore.
Okay, so let's
actually
park
there is
that.
one when actually Roy Moore won the primary against Luther Strange, but that's the only one.
Okay, so just give me a minute. Hold on one second. Now, I heard an attorney speak on this, and I'm not too well versed. And in terms of Chinese law, this attorney, he spoke and he said that the way China's judicial system is set up is that you have two sides. One is what they call an administrative matter, and one is a criminal matter. He said when those boys were detained, they were not sent to jail. They were sent back to their hotel rooms. Am I right?
I don't know, but go ahead. I'm going with
that technically they did not go to physical jail. He said if it was a criminal matter, they would have immediately went to jail. They were not. They were detained and they were sent back to their hotel room where they had to stay. And that if it was an administrative matter, that there's no way they could have gotten that kind of time. So when Donald made those comments about they could have been in jail for X amount of years, that would have been based upon basically because it was a criminal matter, which it was not. That is not the way the Chinese government handled it, which is why they let those boys go. It wasn't anything about Donald. It was the way that it was set up even before Donald had got into the mix. Okay. But again, somebody also said this: we have not internalized that Donald Trump is 70 years old. He's been lying probably for a good 60 out of those 70 years. You know what I mean? We could take this whole podcast for the next other 52 weeks to talk about everything that he's lied about. So why we're going to take, this into consideration that he's telling the truth now or whatever it may be, that he's valid or he needs humble pie or whatever, it's almost like dude is like, he's like Uncle Ruckus, bro. Like it's not going to, you're not going to get through to this guy. So, and then the daddy, I mean, and I've said it before, he's still a clown. Let's be clear. Mr. Ball is a circus clown. He's an embarrassment to me and the melon in my skin and the maleness that we share. He is whack.
There is no shame. I thought that Maynard don't give out no shame on a cactus. God, dog.
Yeah, listen, man, dude is whack. And you know what I'm saying? I'm still a little mad at Magic because, they put all of this money and energy and hype into one of this guy's sons. And I think we talked about it in the last podcast. My man out here, he in games and he's making like 2 points.
Yeah, he only scored 2 points against my Philadelphia 76ers when my man Ben Simmons went off and dropped 19 with 10 assists and so many rebounds. Almost had a triple double.
We got it.
Joel Embiid went off.
Back to the convo. Okay, we got it.
And dropped 46 that night. Joel Embiid had 46. Rookie of the year. Shout out for Ben Simmons. Just saying.
Are you holding that water, bro?
Right.
Hey, yo, man, I'm a Sixer fan. What's up with that? I mean, you got a problem with that?
I think you sound more like a cheerleader than fan, bro.
Hey, my dude, this is a serious affair. You gotta if we got a problem.
I mean
we
is this
can discuss
the only game that the Sixers have won this year? Because you have not talked about the Sixers in the last 51 weeks of this podcast. So
I talk about the Sixers all the time.
I don't think I've ever heard we can either deal with heard him talk about the Sixers in a game.
You don't remember when Ty Hopkins came on?
No, you talk about them as a fan. I've never heard you say anything about them on the court.
I thought he was an announcer for a minute, bro. He was reading stats and all that.
It's only 15 games into the season. We got a winning record so far. It's only 15 games in. I mean,
I just wanted to say we don't take this podcast to talk about the Sixers. We take this podcast to talk about politics and hip hop. And so, can we get back to the actual subject and kind of slide?
All I'm asking you is, we can handle this like some jumping, or we can step outside and get into some gangster biz.
Go ahead.
So all I'm saying, man, is at the end of the day, this is, what they might call a double negative, man. I mean, you got two clowns, Donald, I just call him Daddy Ball because I just get through just out of all of the balls. Who knows? And it's like, man, y'all just go somewhere. Y'all taking up precious nanoseconds away from all of our lives, just looking at and thinking about you all. Just go somewhere, sit down, man. How about that?
Well, let me say this, and I agree with you, Lamont, in principle. First of all, let's just think about what China was going to do. What were they going to do? Even if they wanted to, even if China, they got people who understand the importance of the UCLA basketball team coming to their country. And they understood the importance that these guys did something stupid, and it was stupid. I'm not going to sit here and call these young men criminal, masterminds or anything. They did something that was absolutely against the law in any country. But China was not going to put them in some detention center. You know what? China gets money with America. Lots of iPads, iPhones, Apple computers, Dell computers, all that stuff gets made in China. They weren't going to jeopardize this relationship they got with America over,
some sunglasses.
Right. What store was this, Lamont, that they went into?
I'm not sure the store. I just know they were supposed to be Louis Vuitton. It was the Louis store.
I didn't know if it was the Louis store, but they were Louis Vuitton glasses.
Yeah, that's what I know. Was
so let's keep this real. How much are some Louis Vuitton sunglasses?
$100, $200 probably.
No, stop. Spud, stop.
How much are they, Lamont? In your estimation, how much are they?
I would give them $300 to $500 US.
All right, y'all both are wrong. This is China. They're about $12.
No. Wait. Lamont.
Hold on.
Finish?
No, Lamont.
This is a podcast. This is more than one voice.
But Lamont, you
that's
spoke
what
forever.
pod means.
You already
pod
spoke
means
forever.
more than one voice.
No, that's not actually what pod.
Actually, it does, and I'm gonna tell you why. So I'm gonna tell you what Donald Trump has taught me. If you tell it long enough,
lying is okay. Lying is okay.
That long enough, and the truth. So pod means all of us.
So you know what happened? You know what happened, Spud? Lamont finally got on. He finally wound up being the 2 guard. Now he trying to shoot all the time. He trying to shoot. I noticed that the last podcast, Lamont want to shoot now. My dude, I'm gonna need you to wait for me.
With me shooting in the gym.
So here's the deal. And so Maynard, so let me show you again where you're wrong. If they were authentic Louis Vuitton, because see, like Louis Vuitton is one of those brands, and shout out to Spud. We'll talk about the Gucci thing later. Is that, if it's an authentic product, no matter where it's sold around the world, it's pretty much the same price point. Like just like in America, if you go to Best Buy and buy an iPhone, it's going to be the same price at the Apple store. You know what I'm saying? Because they kind of set the price. Okay, the lowest price.
Let me
let me finish, because this thing that they call the internet is around $600.
Okay, so let me share something with you.
Okay,
they made those Louis Vuitton glasses from the store that they were in, probably down the street. All right.
Right.
Would be true.
So
probably in the back. Probably in the back.
Right. they made them there. Now Louis Vuitton, they ain't making no glasses. Wherever Louis Vuitton is, they don't make no sunglasses there. They make them in China or Taipei or something. They come in on a boat to other parts of the world, maybe even into China, and they are about $4. They didn't turn around and mark them. Wait a minute, gosh.
From a retail.
You know what, my dude? We gotta give you a yellow light. You don't have the green light all the time, Lamont. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? 2 weeks ago, you were playing like Horace Grant. Now you're trying to be out here like John Starks. You're trying to shoot every time.
2 weeks ago, he was like, we can't be all over each other. We can't be talking over each other. We got to give everybody.
He was like, can y'all pass me the ball sometime? Can I just have the ball? Now I'm dribbling and you just run over and just take the ball from me and go to the cup.
It's your
birthday. We're on the same team.
You take the ball, man. It's your birthday.
What I'm trying to explain to you is China understands the grand value of things. It doesn't matter what the store was charging. It doesn't matter what the brand says that they're supposed to cost. China knows that they got 300 to 400 million slaves making glasses and iPhones and Samsung TVs or whatever it may be in a back room somewhere for $15 a unit. And they were like, yo, if we put these boys in real Chinese prisons over, at the end of the day, let's just say, let's go with Lamont's estimate, over $1,800, we stand to lose all the money that we getting with America. We getting millions upon millions upon millions of dollars a week, maybe even a day with America. We're going to lose that over 1,800. We're going to create an international incident over 1,800.
So, man, can I ask a question now? Can I ask a question?
Oh, yes, please.
Hasn't Spud said to us on many occasions that Black lives don't matter?
It's not about Black lives. China.
I'm asking you a question. On this podcast, has Spud said that Black lives don't matter?
He said that, but I don't know what this has to do with Black lives.
Okay, if answer the question, I'll tell you why.
Okay, go ahead.
Spud, have you said that Black lives don't matter?
You didn't answer that question 4 times.
Okay, so if we go by that philosophy, then who cares about these 3 black boys, over in China? That's not going to risk anything. I don't understand.
You didn't listen to anything I said. It was never about these boys. It was about China getting money with America. They were never going to put these 3 black boys in prison and ruin the opportunity to get the millions upon millions of dollars with America that they get. Now, this is what we do understand. If Black lives matter or don't matter, that if those boys went to prison over stealing those glasses and got 5 years, 10 years, 1 year, 10 months, 10 days, that America would say, that lots of American people, particularly liberals, would say they have all kinds of human rights abuses in China. And we are going to boycott such and so forth and whatever the case may be. China is smart. China ain't playing that. China want all their money. They like getting money with America. They're not going to let these 3 black boys and stealing some sunglasses get in the way of the money train. You remember the Money Train, the movie with Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson and Robert Blake? Nothing stops the money train.
Okay.
Nothing stops the money train, baby.
And here's the bigger thing. Regardless if they're black boys or not, they're still Americans. And I mean, you can't just, you can't leave Americans over there. That would have been a worse look than anything else. I mean, the sad part about this whole entire thing is that Lavar Ball, first of all, get your son, dude. You don't have anything to say right now. You don't have anything to say to the president or anything like that. Only thing you need to be talking about is, listen, my son did something stupid, and we're going to keep it moving. Watch my TV show tonight, or watch my son and play the Lakers. I know he only got 2 points, but listen, we doing things out here, or buy me some shoe, or buy my shoe. That's it. My son did something stupid. You talking to the president, be easy. And Donald Trump, you ain't, listen.
You don't have to step, you don't have to stoop down.
You not only do you not have to stoop down, you need to get your own
son might be
sons.
Going to jail.
You need to get your own sons and your son-in-law. Get your son-in-law and get your own son, and y'all need to be quiet. You need to, get on the silent tip on this situation. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But on Jello's part though, and all them boys' part, I got an 8-year-old daughter. The first thing I say to her when she gets ready to walk out the door to go next to the little girl's house next door, the little girl across the street where she go spend the night, is be on your best behavior. I remember when I was a kid, I'm named after my father, and who is a new listener, but so means I got to tread lightly because I don't ever seek to embarrass my father in any way, shape, or form.
I mean, do you think that he fast forward to like the 45-minute mark in the podcast? Yeah. He skipped all the rest of the things that you said the first 45 minutes of his podcast?
All I'm saying is I tried desperately to make certain that I honor my father. But I remember when I was like 10, 11 years old, I made some dumb, boneheaded mistake. I think I was at baseball practice and I punched a kid in the face or something, and my dad he was like, you know what, you too old for me to be beating on you anymore. I gave you my name. I named you after me because I thought you would do right by my name in these streets. I'm sorry that I gave you my name. Yo, that was worse than any. I was like, please just give me a spanking. Please just whip me. Don't ever say that. And so my father's approval is what I seek more than anything else in this world, right? And I know if I'm doing the things that I think that my father would want me to do, then I'm probably doing the right thing. Lavar, you need to let your sons know, all of your boys, yo, man, be on your best behavior. Don't go out here and embarrass the ball name. We got a sneaker that we asking people to pay $400 for, even though The Lonzo Ball boy can only score 2 points in the game. We want people to buy the sneaker. So when Lamont, when kids were buying Jordans back when they first came out, they were thinking I was going to play like Michael Jordan, right?
Some of them did.
Now you buy some Lonzo Ball sneakers, the big baller sneakers, and you too can score 2 points in a 48-minute game.
Well, I do have a question.
What's up?
So, and hopefully I'm phrasing this right. So, if we had to get Papa Scales on the line.
Whoa, wait a minute. Tread lightly.
I'm just saying. I would want to ask him about Christmas.
He funded Christmas and along with Santa's help and did a great job doing it.
No, and that's what I'm saying. Like, did he ever sit his son down and say that there is no Santa Claus?
No, he didn't say that. And he enjoys making certain that his granddaughter has a phenomenal Christmas each year and sends gifts from his home addressed from Santa. And he would never step on any child's joy, Lamont. And shame on you for thinking and suggesting that.
So we are still lying to your beautiful baby daughter? Is that what we're doing in 2017?
Y'all see the shiggity?
My Christmas tree is up right now, and we got.
Come on, son.
Oh, goodness gracious.
It's only November. Are you serious?
Hey, y'all don't even have children in the house. Y'all even got children in the house.
Man.
It's you and your wife.
Hey, man, we got Christmas cookies out already, B.
Jesus.
That's how it goes down over
Oh,
here, man.
Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
Hey, Santa Claus is,
Y'all ain't playing. Y'all playing Christmas carols all day?
Hey, man, we listen.
Y'all playing.
We put on the Christmas station, and ho 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 and ho ho ho, and we are Santa's elves, and we put the Christmas tree up yesterday, man.
Yo, breaking news.
Merry Christmas, baby.
I got breaking news. Like,
We played that on repeat. And we listened to the Jacksons, and we listened to Silent Night by the Temptations, and we put the tree up. I'm looking at the tree right now.
Hey, man,
Anyway,
real talk. I got to say this. I was told the other day that I got to put one up too this year, bro. So
breaking news, real quick. I just want to let y'all know, yo, right now, the sexual allegation piece, nobody's safe.
Nope, I was gonna get to that. Even Charlie Rose ain't safe.
Charlie Rose
Charlie
is
Rose.
not safe.
He
Charlie
got
Rose been on.
suspended.
Yo, PBS said it's over, homie. It's PBS that carries the Charlie Rose show. That's the quiet talk show. That's very informative and extremely intelligent and soberly spoken. Yo, Charlie Rose, you can take your show on the road, homie, because you ain't gonna get no more distribution here.
Nobody is safe from the sexual allegation nowadays.
Nobody is safe.
I just want to ask y'all: do y'all got any skeletons in the closet that we need to be worried about? Do we need to be on the lookout for anybody who may come up? Lamont.
Well, I hate to say this, but when I was like maybe 9 or 10, I used to chase the little girls on the playground. You know what I mean? So I don't know where that lies into the mix, because it's like I'm like Uncle Charlie, like stop.
Did you grope him? Did you grope him? Did you squeeze the booty?
No. And I got to be honest. As little kids, when we I guess I remember we used to have our a little lunch, and they would let us go out and play on the playground for, I don't know if it was 30 minutes or whatever, but we used to chase the girls, and the girls would run, and we would go slap them on the butt, and we would run because they would chase us and say stop. You know what I'm saying? That's what.
Yeah, Lamont, I need to have an opportunity to give my former mea culpa out.
Okay.
There was a time in my younger life.
Well, all that, respect for your father just went out the window.
When I was also between 8 and 10 years of age, when I participated in questionable behavior where I smacked some little girl on the butt as well. And
listen, I just wanted just say we used to go to the Junction City skating ring, and we would be on our skates, and the girls from Fort Riley, who was the cute girls, would come, and we would put on our skates, and we would race around, and we would squeeze them on the butt, and we would keep on skating. So yes, I too am a victim of sexual.
You're a victim?
I'm not a victim. No.
You're a perpetrator.
No.
You're a perpetrator.
Yes, I'm a
You're
perpetrator. I too have had my share of tapping girls on the booty.
So 8 women, including 3 who talked on record to the Washington Post, have made that Charlie Rose made lewd phone calls to them, walked around the office naked in front of them, and or groped them.
Here's the crazy thing. What is with it with the old men and the tidy whities? Like, what is up with them? I even just saw the new girl who came out today about Roy Moore, and she was like, he came out with his white underwear. Why are you out here with the tidy whities, Roy Moore? Good Lord, man. The crazier thing is that the White House saying that it supports Roy Moore over Doug Jones, that they will be supporting Roy Moore. Even the governor of Alabama said, I believe the girls. And she's still voting for, I'm still voting for Roy Moore.
Governor Kay Ivey said, I believe the women, and I am firmly and staunchly voting for Roy Moore for Senate.
And even Lamont's girl, Kellyanne Conway, said,
Raggedy Ann.
Yo, we need that vote on taxes. So y'all girls, I appreciate y'all coming out in your stories and all that other stuff. And this man may have sexually assaulted y'all 30 years ago, but we need that vote on taxes. And we want somebody, who's going to be down with Trump. Is this about standing with your man, or is this about standing for what's right? I mean, Lamont, if I was out here sexually assaulting girls, would you be like, listen, that boy, that's my man. I don't care what he out here doing in his private life. He out here sexually assaulting girls, or would you stand up for what is right?
But when you say stand up for what is right, let's break that down. Tell me what you mean.
If listen, do you stand with R. Kelly and support R. Kelly?
No. You changing the variables.
How?
No, you changing the variables. R. Kelly is just a check. You feel what I'm saying? R. Kelly ain't my man like that.
So wait a minute. So you are saying that you would work on an R. Kelly campaign and get a check over him actually peeing on little girls?
Oh my goodness! Hold on. No, let me clarify this for Lamont. No, Lamont, Lamont, I got your back here, Lamont.
Okay, no, right? Because he's switching up again.
What he's
saying is, hold on, Spud. What he's saying is, R. Kelly is a check, and if he found this out about R. Kelly, he could be like, you know what? I don't need that check. But what he's saying is, Spud is my man, and if Spud can't be on 3 Black Guys with a mic because of something he did, then ain't gonna be no 3 Black Guys with a mic. Is that right, Lamont?
Wait a minute, say that last part again, because I want to make sure I got that right. If Spud is touching on little boys, right?
Whoa,
wait a minute.
Right? If he's what?
If Spud was up on some charges or some allegations, and Gloria Allred was on MSNBC tonight saying that Spud did such and such, and Spud was like, yo, my dudes, I did that.
Why is Spud on such and such, but we have to be so graphic with R. Kelly? That's where I'm confused.
I wasn't graphic with R. Kelly.
We know what R. Kelly has done. R. Kelly has, whatever he's doing. All these allegations, and the girl came out today in the Rolling Stone magazine about her allegations against R. Kelly. We all know R. Kelly's on the tape. You seen the tape, Lamont. All I'm saying is that this is the same thing, right? This is what the White House is saying. Listen, this man is more than likely guilty of sexual assault of something he has done over 30 years ago, right? For more up to, I think it's 30 women, or let's just say it's 10 right now.
I think it's right now. All I've heard of is 9. You talking about
Roy
10?
Moore. Yeah, 10 came. The 10th lady came out today.
Okay.
So, if I would rather vote for him, stand by him, because this is my man. I need this guy. He's loyal to the party.
Look, Spud, if this was you, for what you've done in the past, the skating rink and the little girl came out against you and all that, I wouldn't vote for you, but I ain't shooting at you. And I would say, yo, if it ain't gonna be no 3 Black Guys, if Spud can't be on 3 Black Guys with a mic, then there ain't gonna be no 3 Black. We're not doing this. We a team. So if you're going down, then we going down. Because
Give me the ball. Give me the ball, Maynard. Give me the ball.
Give me the ball. There you go. Okay, Debo.
So Spud. Now let me throw Maynard under the bus.
Whoa.
Maynard did something that I thought was unacceptable.
Wait a minute, my dude.
But Maynard is my man, and I said we gonna ride with Maynard. Maynard, you remember what you did? You remember what you did, Maynard?
I didn't touch nobody.
No, you didn't. No, it wasn't sexual at all. Somebody might want to be
at
sexual
least
with
we
you,
don't
though.
know.
But
At least we don't know if it was sexual.
yeah, because we don't, because we weren't in the room.
We're still questioning. We still
right.
wonder.
You boxed us out of the room. Remember that, Maynard?
What?
Oh, you don't remember now. Oh, not so. Now that you got these thousands and thousands upon thousands of people listening to this podcast, you don't want to talk about that, right?
The organization stands firmly behind me.
But you my man, and I said we gonna ride with Maynard, even though he's totally wrong. Ain't that what I said?
I don't even know what you're talking about, but okay.
I know you don't. All right, Spud ain't gonna put out in the podcast fear, so I'm gonna leave it alone. So all I'm saying, the peeing on kids and kids, period. That's
wait a minute, because you didn't make this sound like I peed on some kids.
But that goes back to the point.
Spud ain't gonna put it out there. But peeing on kids. That
goes back to the point. So if R. Kelly came to you and said, Lamont, I got a check for you. I got this brand new album. I need you to run this real quick. You would rather work with R. Kelly over the fact that he has sexual allegations on all these girls. And
yes. No, listen.
Yes.
Okay, listen. No, listen, because you went around it. You asked this question like 4 times. That is part of my that is part of my business. So yes, if R. Kelly said, we have a tour, we have this record, and we want to hire you, yes.
So it's okay for the White House to stand.
I didn't say it was okay. I just said that is part of my business.
But
yes.
So it's okay for the White House to stand with somebody who has more than 10 women who has said that he's been sexually assaulted by him, that they would still stand for somebody who is somebody who's accused of sexual assault. That's okay? Because you're basically saying the same thing.
Lamont, no, I thought better of you, Lamont.
What do you mean? Oh, so I'm supposed to say no?
Lamont. Yeah,
okay,
you're supposed to say no.
Let me say this. Okay, let me ask you this, because I just saw this the other night.
You know how many records there are to work a year?
Wait, listen. There is a show that comes on Stars called Survivor's Remorse. You heard of that show?
Yes, I have. I watched it.
I watched it.
Very, very good show. Very good writing. The last episode I saw, and I hope Stars, you listen, that you're gonna order some more episodes. But where the I forgot the kid's name, the basketball player. Yeah. He was protesting to the owner of the team about a patch that was on the uniform, because the patch had something to do with, investing in a private prison, and, because his dad's in prison. He thought it was immoral, blah, blah, blah. And the owner of the team, he broke down this very eloquent piece about how nobody is clean. He talked about how, whether it be Taco Bell investing in, I don't know, some sort of seed, that grows in the ground that may be cancerous, or, a bank that may have a history of slavery, because do we say that because Bank of America invested in slaves, 200 years ago, that we're not gonna go to Bank of America and not deposit our money in there?
Listen, one of the reasons why I don't support or I don't buy Hugo Boss and, all these different brands is because of what I read on what they have done and what they stand for. I don't want to wear that shit. I don't want to support that type of stuff. And to me, it sounds to me like you're saying that even though R. Kelly, which I think you believe, that is guilty of Aaliyah, the sex tape, all of the new allegations, all of the things that he has done, that this type of behavior is okay. In Survivor's Remorse, to me even make that same point, there was an episode where the black girl, what's her name? The black girl that's on the show? I don't know.
It's not Mary Charles, is it?
Mary Charles went to the guy and said, listen, I understand and I appreciate the fact that you are building a black museum, but dog, you can't put your name on a black museum.
And he was Jewish.
His last name was Moskowitz or something like that.
Right. That was funny.
But this is the thing, though, Lamont. So what you saying? Listen, and we understand this. So R. Kelly, or let's not use R. Kelly as a name. Let's say P. Relly is taking his earnings, his grand record sales and his winnings, his earnings, and he's investing in finding more young girls to pee on. And part of him achieving this great record sales success is you going out there on the front line and getting the record promoted. And if that means that you're going to get your little check, and what he does with the money after that, he winds up coming out 2-3 more times, peeing on girls, imprisoning young ladies, marrying girls who are underage, you're going to just be okay with that.
Well, it's no different than you two being okay with Cardi B, and where she, you know,
no.
How's that grasping?
You're grasping for sure.
Yeah, you grasping.
Did not Cardi, and if we go talk about immoral behavior, did not Cardi B, who admitted to
you grasping,
participating in?
You tried.
No. Who? And I'm just trying to go for the effect. That's why I'm with the pause. To admitting to being involved in immoral behavior. Hello?
Listen, have you heard? Have you heard?
Hold on.
Have
Is Cardi B victimizing people? Is Cardi B victimizing children?
Of Cardi B ever going to the mall and saying, "Hey, little girl, what's your phone number?" And the girl saying, "I don't want to give you my phone number." And then Cardi B go to the school and then say, "Hey, listen, I know you in class right now, but I need you to step out of class and come and give me your number." Does Cardi B go to a restaurant and say, "Hey, listen, little girl, when you get off work tonight, let's go hang out"? Okay, no problem. And then drive her around to the garbage cans and then try to sexually assault, the girl. And when she doesn't want to give it up, pushes her out of the damn car and skis out and burns rubber on the girl with the passenger side door open.
Listen, I get being descriptive, but the question was about somebody who had immoral behavior. Am I right?
But this is not a conversation we can have, Lamont. Apparently, you just might as well just give up.
What about Russell Simmons? Now, sexual assault. I mean, Russell Simmons says it's consensual. Is Russell Simmons just as guilty as Roy Moore? Because it's the same thing, in a sense. Not.
Well, let's say this. Russell, who is, I think I would say this. I'm going to start off with this. I don't know about the two of you, but when I got Russell Simmons' book years ago, I read every page, and that's the fastest 200 and some pages I read in my life. I read probably in 2 days. And Russell Simmons is a hero to me in many ways. I've idolized Russell Simmons. Started a hip hop movement in a commercial fashion, and he's been an icon. If what's said is true, I'm losing a lot of respect for Russell.
Here's a better question. But do you still lose the same amount of respect? Now, we all know that Russell liked young girls. But this was 26 years ago. So that would make the girl 17. And that would make Russell 34. So.
Very, very. These are horrible allegations. And I think that Russell... what you may not know is Russell. I'm still contemplating on who's getting the cactus, but Russell.
I mean,
man, this is a letdown.
Kimora was 17 when they started dating.
Truth, that's truth.
So it's not like he don't like him young.
He like him young. He start him young. Get him fresh from their mama.
Does Russell Simmons got records coming out, Lamar? You quiet again?
Man, that's Russell. I have nothing to say. I nothing to say. Nothing at all.
So where money is concerned, Lamont's morals get questioned.
Well, let's be clear. Russell Simmons is not in the record business anymore. So, but Def Comedy Jam is coming back. So make sure you tune in on HBO. Coming soon.
Right.
No. Does Russell still have power and influence in the record industry, Lamont?
No question. No.
Can he pick up a phone and say, "Yo, Lamont Hayes, take him off the list. Can you do that?
And let's be clear. One of the things that Waka said, or that you said that he said earlier, because I didn't even get that far with the Waka, is he talked about how the generation before did not show the next generation. Like what Russell did, like in the 80s and 90s, you can even say late 70s. It was like he empowered and employed and made a whole lot of millionaires. You know what I'm saying? Like even stuff that we are, benefiting from today is because of Russell. All of this Jay-Z and probably some other people that are still, out and about, even with I always keep harping on Cardi B. I saw Cardi B with she has to deal with Steve Madden, the shoe company. And because Irv Gotti works with that company, so he did the little deal. I mean, Irv Gotti came from Def Jam. That's all Russell. So, I mean, there's so many ways that Russell has helped this hip-hop thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's no secret. My first, experience in the music business was with Johnny Walker at Def Jam back in '92. You know what I'm saying? So I know Russell Simmons. You know what I'm saying? I don't have anything to say. I don't know.
Hey, Spud. In political terms, in social political terms, that's called the pivot. That is called the pivot.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the week where somebody has said something stupid. It might be Lamont this week, and they have to choke on their words. Maynard, who was getting a cactus right before Thanksgiving. They get some Thanksgiving cactus.
Yo, there are lots of candidates. There are lots of nominations for cactus this week. And I'm going to go through a couple real quick, not to give y'all the whole background. Chelsea Handler. Are y'all up on the Chelsea Handler? Made a comment the other day on Twitter. She said, I guess it's true what they say. Once you go black, you get affordable health care.
Ooh, Chelsea Handler.
Chelsea Handler, you are high on the nomination list. You're a nominee. You're a cactus nominee. Kirsten Gillibrand for falling for the tail in the old muffler pipe and going out here and saying that Bill Clinton should have resigned. When you took money from the Clinton family and the Clinton Foundation, the Clinton money generating machine for your campaign, and then you just. Kirsten, God bless you. We need people in New York and in other places who are senators on the Democratic side, but you ain't had to come out and discuss Bill Clinton at all. You ain't had to do any of that. When they asked you, what do you think about Bill Clinton? The response should have been, you know what? I'm not 100% certain about Bill Clinton, but I do know that there's something going on with Trump, Russia, and Trump is out here claiming that he grabs women by the vajayjay without asking. That's what the Republicans do. The minute that somebody says, Donald Trump, what about Russia? He says, Russia's stupid. Check Hillary Clinton and the 33,000 emails. He doesn't even deal with it. Kirsten, you fell for it. The banana in the tailpipe. You might need some cactus. But Russell Simmons.
Be careful, my man. Be careful, man. Be careful.
Can I give a nominee real quick? Can I give a nominee? Tommy Lauren. You can get some cactus for saying that liberals and Colin Kaepernick are trying to reinstitute segregation in America. What are you talking about? Anyway, go ahead. You need some cactus.
So, Russell was accused, as we know, of this sexual harassment and forcing himself upon a young lady. And then going back and re-victimizing her. This is what he's accused of. I'm not saying this happened, but this young lady says that Russell Simmons and Brett Ratner were at Russell's home watching a music video, and he forced her to perform certain sexual favors for him. She was disappointed and upset and uncomfortable, and she went to go get in the shower to cleanse herself. And apparently, according to her allegation, that Russell came into the shower and then forced himself upon her sexually a second time. I'm not saying that these allegations are true. It's disturbing. And it's disturbing if it's Russell Simmons, if it's anybody, no matter how much I think of them and hold them in reverence. But then Russell Simmons turns around and tells Terry Crews by way of email that Terry Crews should give the agent that sexually harassed him a pass. He says in an email, did he, the agent, ever apologize? Give the agent a pass. Ask to have that agent reinstated. With great love, all things are possible. I'm saying no. First of all, Russell, this is not your place to even insert yourself here, my dude. And I'd say this, right. I say this with great respect to Russell, because I still look at him as a leader in this industry, obviously. That goes without saying. And someone who I admire, and I really, I got lots of respect and love for dude. But Terry Crews is saying, this man grabbed me. This man did this. He attacked me, and it made me uncomfortable. And this man had great power, as Russell also does have great power. Particularly, how many years ago does this, Spud, that this little girl 26. Is saying this happened? 26 years ago. As Russell had great power and continues to wield great power. Blunt and silence others, to make people feel inferior, and then to victimize them on multiple times, because every time, and according to Terry Crews and his kind of how he put it out there, every time he sees this guy, every time he sees one of the actors that this guy represents, he realizes he's got to tread lightly, and his career very well may be in jeopardy because Terry Crews named names. Let Terry Crews have his space, because any other person, all these nice white women get a chance to have their space. Russell, we don't need you trying to silence Terry Crews. For that, my dude, I'm going to suggest that you drink some tequila. I'm not going to give you a cactus because I got too much respect for you, Russell. But, a shot of 1800, no lime, no salt, no sugar, no chase.
No orange.
Right to the throat. None of that. Is that okay, Lamont?
I was gonna say, are you okay with that, Lamont?
I mean, on that, I do have to. I had to agree, because I'm like Uncle Russ. I get it. He was doing his Al Sharpton. He was doing his trying to, make the peace amongst the, with the blacks. You know what I'm saying? I get it, because Russell has always been one who kind of walked in both worlds, so to speak, which is why he always had a Rick Rubin by his side, or a Leor Cohen. I mean, I know how it works. You know what I'm saying? So I'm cool with that.
Shout out to Terry Crews for hitting Russell back direct with, dear Uncle Rush, no one gets a pass. That's Terry Crews' response. Nobody gets a pass. Terry Crews is out here saying, I need to be heard too. And I think this is the big thing that we got to really understand as men, right? And it's like, is it okay for a man to say that he was sexually assaulted by a woman or a man? Like, we would laugh at that typically. We would be like, dude, what do you mean you were sexually assaulted? Come on, you're crazy. Like, we wouldn't respect a dude for coming out and saying that. And that's not right. Terry Crews is out here saying, that made me feel some kind of way. I was violated. I didn't understand exactly how to feel. I'm this large. And part of what he said is, I'm a large black man. I played in the NFL. Whatever his height is and his weight is, and he's muscular. He's, we know who Terry Crews is and what he looks like. And he said the one thing that my wife had shared with me all the time was, you cannot lose your cool, because you will stand to always lose, because you're a big, strong black man, and they will see you as a thug. So imagine what it takes for any one of us, if somebody says something just outrageous to us, if somebody calls you out your name, you'd be like, you know what? I'm ready to fight. But let alone violate you personally, violate your physical space, you'd be like, you know what? I could just. But he's had to hold himself back. Imagine what he's had to deal with as a result.
Yeah, Lamont. That means you can work with gay rappers. It's okay.
Good God, you trying to put me out of business, man? Is that what you're trying to do out here, man? I feel like I'm being assaulted right now.
You're gonna be mad when Lee Daniels was right. You're gonna be like, damn, I should have jumped on that.
Well, let me say this about Lee Daniels, man. With all due respect, Empire's whack.
Whack.
So if we're basing off of, what it is that he's done, that's whack. I'm good. We'll take a pass. Thank you, Lee Daniels.
All right, well, we out, ladies and gentlemen. You guys have a fantastic Thanksgiving. When we come back, it'll be our 52nd episode. We've been doing this podcast for one entire year. It'll be our 1 year anniversary. We'll see you next Tuesday right here on Three Black Guys with the Mic.